I'm at a stage now where I'm still in a bit of a slaggy rut.
Anna's horrified. Paul hasn't got a Scooby.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I'm not going to come in here and say, oh, I'm going to go on a first date with a bird and say, oh, do you want to be me bird?
With a bird?
With a bird.
With a bird? What's a bird?
It's a girl. It's what we call...
Really?
Yeah, it's what we call girls in Newcastle.
Do girls like that?
Almost certainly not.
How do you meet women in general, then?
Just go out in the tune, get pissed and see who's the gamest.
Nice story for the kids one day, that, isn't it?
It's so easy when you go on a TV show to start getting with girls and shagging them. It's like they don't even like ask you any questions. They just like say, "I will shag you tonight." Some birds even come up in groups and say, "We'll all shag you."
Wow.
Yeah, that's because some people are just desperate to sleep with someone that's got a name for themselves.
Yeah, it's almost their fault you keep sleeping with them and then never talking to them again.
I'm interested. Have you ever met women where they haven't been interested in you for sex?
Yeah, loads. You? Are you?
No.
All the relationships I've gotten in the past, I've slept with them first,
yeah,
and then started to get to know them after I've already fell in love with them, and that's shit. Because then after you fell in love with someone, you're stuck.
This is interesting. So you've been in love?
Oh, I've been in love many times, me, Paul. I fall in love quite easy, mate. This is what I'm saying to you.
So paint a picture for us. Let's go out 10 years in the future.
Love it.
Right? What is the perfect day for you?
I wake up, make myself a nice cup of tea. A couple of 7-year-old kids, they're running around, and I just wake up and I just think, I'm enjoying this cup of tea with me kids, watching Match of the Day.
It definitely feels like you're at this moment, you know, we call it an inflection point in life, where you can choose to go left or right.
Yeah.
You could choose to keep living the life that you are currently living right now, or you could break right and you can get that 10-year vision that you just had. It's key. Think about the 10 years.
Marty, this is who you're going on a date with. This is Shalisha.
Oh, she's top of the range, isn't she? Oh, shit! Ah, yeah, I can see me little free bands coming out of her eye colour. Get up, son. Not bad, that, like, not bad at all.
I think he likes her.
Marty says he is used to girls just throwing themselves at him, so we've told him to take sex off the table. That doesn't just mean not having sex, it means making sure that the date doesn't just become a big whirlwind of sexual energy. He needs to prove that he can communicate on a deeper level than just sex.
I'm petrified. I've got to sit down and actually speak to a bird instead of like just giving that eye contact and saying, oh, yeah, do you fancy a shag? You work for the NHS?
I do, yeah.
What do you do for the NHS?
So I work for the head office and I am basically like project management and like digital media for them.
No way.
Yeah.
So that's like quite a big job, isn't it?
I mean, it's decent. Like, I can't say I'm like the most important person, like not at
No,
all, but like...
I'm not saying you Boris Johnson or fucking that other wifey, what's it called? The one that dances funny, Anne Frank or something.
Anne Frank?
I think dancing was a bit risky for Anne Frank, to be honest.
Is that like the other woman? Like,
Anne Frank was like in Germany, babes.
what's the other one called? Like Boris Johnson.
Like Margaret Thatcher?
Yeah, her.
Shit, so it turns out they actually do talk about politics and history. Gonna put my neck on the line. I think he's a changed man.
When I seen you, I was like, oh, so I'm gonna act dead respectful. But then when I've actually spoke to you, it's like, I'm not acting.
I feel like we have got a good connection.
Yeah, I'm not acting respectful, like, I'm being respectful. This is the first date I've ever been on in my life, right, properly. And if I hadn't had the one this good, I would have been dating them every day of the week, sometimes twice a day. So, like, my ex-bird, I used to think that I was going to marry that girl. And then when lockdown happened, I was with her, like, 24/7. I was like, fuck me, baby, you're annoying. After lockdown lifted, we got a bit of space. It started working a bit, but then all the problems from lockdown started, like, creeping back in. It was like, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of sex happening there.
So do you feel like now, because of that whole experience, you kind of know what you want, or are you still kind of finding your...
Yeah, well, I know in a relationship I need space.
Which, to be fair, you don't get much of in a toilet cubicle.
The agents told me not to be asking Shalisha for sex and that, but she's giving us all the signals, yeah, so fuck it. The only thing that's on my mind now is getting Shalisha out of that table and slapping the lips on her. I'm sat here getting a fucking semi on in the middle of a wine
Not even a
tasting
full
lot.
hard on, how disrespectful.
It's official, sex is back on the table.
No, because I'm trying to tone it down. If I let it go for a lot, we'd be knocking lights out. When you get an electrician in, yeah. Fella, what's happened, yeah? Oh, just my stiffy meat knocking all the lights out.
Sex is on the table, on the chairs, on the ceiling. Marty's gone full Marty.
I feel like me and you just sat down on this date and just looked at each other and thought, we want to shag each other. And that is what's happened, isn't it? Oh my God, and it's hard looking at you saying this, but I feel like me and you have to try and get to know each other first.
But like, listen, I know that I want something more serious.
Yeah, but can you switch the sexiness off for 5 or not?
I mean, I'm not really switching on, so that's a bit hard. But I feel like we can like switch the seriousness on and just kind of get to know each other.
I don't know, but I feel like when you switch the seriousness on, you get more sexier.
No, but you can't look at it like that. I feel like we both are out here trying to like get something a bit more like with substance.
I feel like we should kiss on.
We can't kiss. That doesn't work with the substance.
And this is why we booked out the whole restaurant. Anna and P-Dog won't be happy. Although I'm not sure he gives a shit. He's having a lovely time. And so is she, by the looks of it.
All right, let's go.
When I first saw Marty, my first impressions was that he was really fit. Like, he actually went above my expectations, which is good. And he was really chatty, and I love that about him. If Marty would like to see me again, I definitely would like to see him again.
That's all you're getting at, you know. I'm not being a slag today. Not today.
Well, Shalisha's leaving the date happy.
I promise the agency I'm going to be dead respectful.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in your taxi, let you go. I'll give you a kiss. I will see you again.
Definitely.
I will.
It's been a great
Have
date.
a spin. Look at this shit.
See you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
I promise.
Weird thing is, he genuinely thinks he's kept sex off the table despite spending half the night talking about it.
If there's anything I want from this process, like I do want a bit of a challenge, but I still fancy that Shalisha. I really do. Like, she's fit. I want to shag her. But when Paulie B was on about the 10-year fucking plan thing, I can see myself having sex with her next week. I can't see myself having 3 kids with her, like, in the future. I can't.
Oh, so she gets to shag you next week and then never see you ever again. #lucky girl.